Welcome to our Google Classroom tutorial, and this time I'm going to show you how to create a rubric in Google Classroom. To create a rubric in Google Classroom, actually rubric is what we use in order to rate our learners or our students in terms of their performance or other tasks, which includes different criteria in order for us to give them grades. So to do that, to create a rubric, we have to create an assignment that needs to be rated with a rubric. Let's say, for example, that after having a pre-test and uploading learner materials, we provide an activity for the learner to answer, and we want to rate the learner's output using rubrics. So to do that, we just go to our classwork tab, and then we select create, and then this time we will make or create an assignment. So we will give our assignment a title. Let's say, for example, this is task 3. This is about what you have learned, and let's provide instruction for this assignment. Open the given Google Docs below and provide answer to the given question. Okay, so after that, after defining the title and the instruction, all we have to do is define the grade category. That's under, actually, let's say, for example, this is under performance, and this is, let's say, for example, 20 points. It has no due date, and let's say, for example, you have no due date for this, but you can actually assign a due date. And then this is under topic 1, hand tools, and as you can see, we have here the rubric. But okay, so let's create the rubric. So we will just click as and then create rubric. But before that, let me show you an example of a rubric. So this is sample rubric. The first column is actually what we call our criterion, and our next columns, beginning, developing, accomplished, and exemplary, are our levels. So for level 1, which is titled beginning, it's 1 point, and this is actually the description for group cooperation. So under group cooperation, the learner will score 1 for beginning, 2 for developing, 3 for accomplished, and 4 for exemplary. This one here is actually, the first row is actually our first criterion with 1, 2, 3, 4 levels. The second row is our second criterion with 1, 2, 3, 4 levels. And the third row is our third criterion, which is with levels 1, 2, 3, and 4. This time, we're gonna create a rubric 2 criteria and using these 4 levels. So to do that, we just click plus rubric, then click create rubric. Then after that, this is now our criterion. Looking at our sample, our first criterion is group cooperation. So let's have this group cooperation criterion. So group cooperation. Let's skip the description. So 1 point is actually for beginning. So the level title is beginning, and the description is, we did most of the work by ourselves. We talk a little among our group members. So this will be the description. We did like. So we did most, actually. We did most. So that's level 1, beginning, and description. We did most. That's 1 point. We will, to add another level, we just click the plus sign here to add level at the right or to add level at the left. To remove level, you just click here the menu and then select delete this level. So we will delete this level and we will add level at the right. So for level 2 or 2 points, that's actually developing. And the description for group cooperation under developing is we work together. We work together, etc. For the third level, we have 3 points, which is actually accomplished. And the description, we work together. We work together so that. Okay. And the fourth level is exemplary. So that's 4 points. Title is exemplary. And we work together using. So that's it for group cooperation. We will just add the next criterion, the second one. So to do that, you just click add a criterion. You enter the criterion, distribution of group task. And then we give points, same level, 1. That's beginning. Description, sum of, beginning. Next, 2 points for developing. Description is everyone had a job. Everyone. The third one is accomplished. 3 points. Accomplished. Description is we divided up, etc. The fourth one is exemplary. 4 points. Exemplary. And work was shared, etc. So that is how we create our rubric. So in this time, we have our 2 criteria, group cooperation and distribution of tasks with 4 levels, which totals to 8 points because the highest score so far is 8 points. So we have our criterion 1, group cooperation with 4 levels and distribution of group tasks with 4 levels. Then that totals to 8 points. After making your rubric, all you have to do is click on save. Then this rubric will be saved now in our assignment. So we have now our rubric with 2 criteria for a total of 8 points. Therefore, our points here should also total to 8 points. If we have set our criteria to or rubric to total of 20 points, we will have our total points 20 points so that it will match. Then we now create, let's say for example, a Google Docs in which learner will answer the question. So to do that, I will just demonstrate it. You just click create, then select Google Docs. After selecting Google Docs, it will load the Google document and we will give this one a title. Always give your document a title that's located at the upper right corner of the document. So the title should also match our task or assignment title. So I will just go back to assignment. We'll just click this tab here and copy this one, task 3, what you have learned or what have you learned. What have you learned? Copy that one and place it here as a title of the document. And then I will also give her a title. So I will give her, I will give now the question. Please enter below the different tools used in ICT and give their uses or functions. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10. Let's say for example we have 10. So we will just check this one. Okay, so that's it. Now it is saved to Drive. The document with this title is already saved to Drive, as you can see here with a cloud and a check mark. After it is saved to Drive, you can now close this To avoid learners from having one documents to work on together at the same time, you must select this option here to make a copy for each student. Do not forget this one, because if you can have students can edit the file, all their answers will be placed in a single document. And imagine if you have 20 students, then it's a big disaster to your file. So all you have to do, or you must make a copy for each student. So select this option, make a copy for each student. And then after doing that, you can now save, or it's actually saved. You can now assign, schedule, or save the draft of this assignment. So just make sure that you have this assignment for what class, for whom, for what grade category, how many points based on the rubrics, and do not forget the topic. After that, if you are done, you can now close this assignment and it will now appear in your classwork tab as a grayed out task, and you can assign it later on. So to assign that, as I have already taught you in the previous tutorial, you just click here and you click edit, and then you just select assign or schedule or save it as a draft. To rearrange our assignment from the classwork tab, all we have to do is just select move up or down, and then you can also drag it down here. Okay, so that's how you create an assignment with the rubric in the Google Classroom. Thank you so much for watching, and if you enjoyed this tutorial, please don't forget to subscribe, and see you around to our next tutorial.